Yo, what's up? Trey TD23 back again with another video. Don't mind the hair, just got out of the shower. Don't know why it's not going down. That's just my natural hair. It just doesn't go down. But I'm back. The past 2, maybe 3 weeks, I don't know. Just really, I don't know. Honestly, well, the past week I was gone, and the past week I was pretty much getting ready to go. Doing like cleaning my room. I was still watching games while I was cleaning my room, doing that, taking care of this boy I got. Just taking care of some stuff before I left to go to Michigan for the week. But yeah, I'm back. Gonna be posting videos. Blah blah blah. I know a lot of things have happened since the last time I've made a video. I don't know if I'm really gonna talk about them because they're 2-3 weeks ago. Last week, really not. I'll talk about the series going on now and a couple of the teams that have already rumored some stuff. I got my list. Well, it's not really a list, it's just topics I gotta talk about. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about, Clippers and Jazz tied 2-2. Game 5 is tomorrow. What I think about the series, the first game, like, I don't know how to say it. This is going 7. I think it's going 7. The Clippers are going to be another game 7. As much as I want to say the Clippers are going to win, I feel like just because they have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, who are the best 2 players in this series, they're going to win. But then that Jazz team is so good. When they're hitting their crazy shots, you can't beat them because their defense, their shot making, their playmaking. Well, they don't have Mike Conley, and that's a reason probably they dropped the past 2 games. But I'm gonna go Clips in 7. It's not like a prediction. It's just what I think. I mean, okay, it is a prediction, but I don't like making predictions because it's kind of odd. Because if I'm wrong, people are gonna say stuff and everything. But in order for the Clippers to win, they have to hit their shots, play defense on Donovan Mitchell. In order for the Jazz to win, they just need to make most of their shots. Everyone needs to make shots. Donovan Mitchell gets his. He's a star/superstar. He's gonna get his points. He needs everyone else to. That's the thing. Gobert needs to try to be good on the offensive side because the Clippers run small ball, and he's taller than everyone by about 5 inches. So he should be able to, just like Porzingis. Porzingis didn't do anything. He didn't go into the post, but Gobert can't shoot. That's the thing. Oh, with the Sixers and Hawks, I'm not worried if I'm the 76ers. They lost by, well, technically they lost by, I think it was 3. I think they lost by 3 points. So they did lose by, I was going to say technically by like 3 or whatever. But yeah, I think they lost by 3 points. Embiid missed an easy layup. I'm not tripping over it. It was just a bad game for Embiid. He's gonna bounce back, I think. The Hawks just played good, hit timely threes. Trae Young playmaking unbelievable, 18 assists. I probably got Sixers and 6. If the Hawks can push it to 7, then they can push it to 7. I ain't tripping. The Bucks and the Nets. Now, this is the time Kevin Durant needs to show that he's the greatest player, the best player on the planet. This is the time he needs to show that he is the best player in the NBA. You lost your 2 superstars, your 2 co-stars, and the Bucks are pretty much fully healthy besides Dante DiVincenzo. This is the time to show. Everyone was holding LeBron to a standard. He has to beat the Warriors. I know Kevin Durant's has never been considered the greatest player of all time. LeBron has. And in order to be the greatest, you have to do stuff the greatest didn't do. And people are going to say Jordan. I'm not saying who my GOAT is. I'm from Chicago. So obviously, my GOAT would be Michael Jordan. So I am going to say who my GOAT is. But that's my GOAT. If LeBron's your GOAT, it's your opinion. If Kobe's your GOAT, it's your opinion. If Kareem, if Bill Russell, it's your opinion. I'm not going to say anything. I'll give my response. Like if someone... if we start talking and they bring up the GOAT debate or whatever, I'll say Mike. I don't really like talking about it, to be honest, because it's really LeBron James is the greatest player of this generation. Kobe was of. I was half of Kobe's. I was half of Kobe, half of LeBron. So they've been the two greatest players of my generation that I've seen. Like I've watched Michael Jordan, not live, but I've watched Michael Jordan. I've watched highlights. I've watched games. I watched The Last Dance. Everything. Jordan's my GOAT. LeBron is top 3. Kobe's top 3. So it's between them 3 and everything. To me, if you have a different opinion, that's you. I'm not gonna elaborate. I'm not gonna say anything else. But yeah, this is the time Kevin Durant needs to show he's the best player on the planet right now. LeBron James got eliminated in the first round. LeBron didn't look. Sorry for the silence. LeBron didn't look 100%, and yeah, that's not. I mean, LeBron needs to be 100% for the Lakers to have a chance. Same with Anthony Davis. They both need to be 100% or close to it. But Kevin Durant without Kyrie, without James Harden, he beats the Bucks. This is big for his legacy. If he loses, could diminish it a little bit because you're supposed to be the greatest player on the planet right now, and you lose to someone that you're better than. For Giannis, if Giannis loses to Kevin Durant, and I'm sorry, James Harden has a possibility of playing. I don't think he should play because he's going to re-aggravate his hamstring. But yeah. So going on to the Bucks, if Giannis loses to Kevin Durant with pretty much a fully healthy team, they need to reload everyone on the Bucks except Giannis. No reason they should keep anyone. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton. I know they just re-signed Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday should not be on the team after this year if they lose to the Nets without Kyrie and most likely without James Harden. There's no reason they should lose. They should throw everything. They have everything to throw at Kevin Durant. I know Kevin Durant's still going to give them points, but is he going to get 30 points on 30 shots? Is he going to get 40 points on 40 shots? We don't know. He could still be efficient. He could drop 50, could drop 60, could drop a career high. But that's what he needs to do to win, and he needs to do every little thing they need. He needs to grab rebounds. He needs to get assists. He needs to play great defense. He needs to be efficient. He needs to play damn near every single minute, every single second of this play of the rest of the series. If Kyrie and James Harden are out the rest of the series. Yeah, so I would say if Giannis loses this game, this diminishes his greatness much more than it would KD if he lost this. Because Kevin Durant's going up against Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, both former All-Stars. Same with Brook Lopez. You got to remember, Brook Lopez is not the same, literally not the same player. He does not play inside the paint. He plays outside the paint and he'll grab rebounds. And he'll play a little bit of defense, but he's not the back to the basket, fade away, hook shot, dunk in your face, block your shot as he was with the Brooklyn Nets. Coincidence. But yeah, if Kevin Durant does this, this will bring it up more than it'll drop it, I think. If people disagree, then people disagree. Put down in the comments what you think about that. What you think about if Kevin Durant wins, it'll bring it up more than it would if he lost. And if this diminishes Giannis' legacy, that's what I meant to say, legacy more than Kevin Durant's legacy if Giannis loses this game or Kevin Durant loses it. The Suns versus the Denver Nuggets. It was a sweep. I think that ejection was. I'm just gonna straight up say it. The ejection was straight up terrible. I could see a flagrant foul, but that ejection was one of the weakest things I have seen. Did he swipe at the ball kind of hard? Yes. Did he hit Cameron Payne in the face? Yes. Not a flagrant 2. Not even 10 years ago, that would have been probably a normal foul because he barely touched him in the face. Yeah, he hit him in the nose, one of the most sensitive parts on your face. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, you're going to go down. But that's not flagrant foul 2 worthy. I don't know what to say. When I was watching the game, I was very surprised that he got ejected. I was very surprised. And the Suns just played great basketball. Chris Paul dropping 37 points, game 4 to close it out. DeAndre Ayton playing amazing. Devin Booker playing amazing. When Jay Crowder's hitting his threes, there's nothing almost any team can do. As long as Jay Crowder's hitting his threes and everyone else is doing what they're supposed to, there's no way almost any, besides the Brooklyn Nets, and yeah, the Brooklyn Nets are the only team that could beat them if everyone's hitting on all cylinders, because they got 3 stars that are better than, all 3 of them are better than their best player, which is Devin Booker. Devin Booker's their best player. It's Devin Booker's team, but Chris Paul is the leader of that team. People need to get that through their heads. It's Devin Booker's team, but Chris Paul is leading the team. This is the best Chris Paul-led team he's ever had, because with Houston Rockets, James Harden had his own sense. Blake Griffin was a Rookie of the Year, All-Star. DeAndre Jordan was, I think DeAndre Jordan was an All-Star. If not, I'm sorry. But they had veterans that thought that they were the person. That they could do what they wanted and everything, and that led to them not making it. Yeah. We're going to talk about Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers. Now, if I was Portland, I'd keep Dame, and I would retool pretty much everyone. Damian Lillard is the only player that I would have for next season. Maybe I'd keep Melo because he's good off the bench, good giving you 10 to 15 points a game. And could go for 20 or could even go for 30 some nights. And he's a veteran. But C.J. McCollum, I love C.J. McCollum, love Norman Powell, love Nurkic, love Covington. Cantor was an elder in that Nuggets series. I like everyone on the team, just not on that team, because having a 6'3" point guard, 6'3" shooting guard, 6'3" small forward is going to get beat by any team in the league because they're so small. Damian Lillard is a bigger point guard, but it doesn't help when you have C.J. McCollum, who's a smaller shooting guard, and Norman Powell, who's a smaller small forward. I think it was an L trading away Gary Trent Jr. It was stupid. I think I said I didn't really like that trade. I didn't really understand it. I guess it is a win now mode. It was a win now trade, but sorry, you're most likely gonna lose him in free agency. He's gonna decline the player option. He's gonna want more than $11 million because I think that's what his player option is. He's gonna get more. He's gonna want more, and he's not gonna want to come back. His role with Toronto was to score. His role with Portland was to score, but not as at a high level as he was in Toronto. Or trade everyone and just do a full reset. You have Damian Lillard. You have the second best point guard in the league. And you have a top 10 small shooting guard in C.J. McCollum. You have a all-star caliber center in Nurkic. You have a veteran in Robert Covington, Norman Powell, Carmelo Anthony, and Cantor. Some of them are off the books. I know that. But they need to get rid of some of these players. Either get rid of the players except Dame, if you want to keep Dame, or you got to trade everyone to a full reset like OKC did. They got rid of Westbrook. They took Chris Paul and traded him for more assets because he had an amazing season. They have Al Horford. They're probably going to trade that. I'll talk about that right after I'm done talking about Damian Lillard. They have, OKC did a full rebuild. They have, I think I saw, they had 18 first-round picks in the next couple or few drafts. They have 37 total draft picks in the next, I think it said 5 years. They have so many draft picks. So they did it perfectly. And they have someone in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Lou Dort who are good young players. So they need to do something about Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, and all those guys' value and potential. Well, not even really potential for them anymore, just value and how great they are now before they become not very good. And yeah, and aren't as valuable later on. This is going to be where I'm going to talk about Al Horford a little bit. A good destination. I'm going to be talking about Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker wants out of Boston. Some good destinations. I was listening to a podcast. It's called Through the Wire. I listen to them pretty much whenever they post. I was listening to them, and they were talking about Kemba Walker to OKC for Al Horford, and I don't remember everything, but Kemba Walker for Al Horford, and then there was like I said, I don't remember. There's just a bunch of other stuff. But contracts matchup. The Celtics need a center. Al Horford's that center, and he can shoot threes, and he's an amazing defensive player. And Kemba Walker wants out, and he's injury prone. That's a good deal. I think that would help the Boston Celtics because they got Marcus Smart still. Peyton Pritchard has been playing amazing. They got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Robert Williams. They got Al Horford now. Maybe they can play. Maybe the lineup would be Smart, Brown, Tatum, Horford, Robert Williams, or the other way around, or Robert Williams, Al Horford at the center. But that's a good lineup. Then you guys got to get a bench. You guys got to get some bench players. You got to get sign someone, or I don't think it would go. Trade for Damian Lillard. Keep Jaylen Brown. Keep Jason Tatum. Trade Kemba Walker, Robert Williams, Peyton Pritchard, bunch of picks for Damian Lillard. I think this was also on the podcast. If you trade for Damian Lillard, you guys will be a favorite in the East. Damian Lillard, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, whoever else you have on the team. You guys will be a title contender, I am telling you. Damian Lillard's a biggerish, like he's not a tall point guard, but he's built different. Jaylen Brown, 6'7" shooting guard, great size, strength, athletic, great defense, great scoring ability. Jason Tatum, about 6'8", 6'9", small forward. There's nothing I can say about that. And then whoever else you get in free agency or in trades or anything, that's a good team. That's a team, I'm telling you, it is a team that can beat the Brooklyn Nets. Damian Lillard and Kyrie. Damian Lillard is better than Kyrie, but their offense about matches out. Jaylen Brown against James Harden. James Harden's going to get the better, but Jaylen Brown's a good defender, and he can score, so that'll about even out. Same with Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's better, but Jason Tatum is a good defender, so is Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant's a better scorer, but Jason Tatum with his defense, I think Jason Tatum's a better defender than Kevin Durant. When he tries, he can maximize Kevin Durant, he can minimize Kevin Durant's scoring and maximize his scoring. So I think that would be good. And then I saw Pelicans was one for Steven Adams. They need a big center. I guess trade Kemba Walker, someone else for Steven Adams. I don't know what else you trade, but yeah. I'm going to try to be more consistent. It gets tiring because I come home from work, I'm moving around and everything, it gets tiring trying to make videos and everything, so I'll see. Alright, please like, comment, subscribe, and peace.